I'm Tarot Oracle. This is a Bloody Tears tarot. They just had a Kickstarter for another tarot, which is similar but dissimilar from the Bloody Tears tarot. So this is a Gothic tarot made in pen. I mean, it actually went hand-drawn pen art genre, which is rare for tarot. The artist uses red, black, and blue pens, which I can't imagine how long it takes to create that, but mad respect for anybody who's doing pencil, pen art. Yeah, the level of pain in my wrist when I tried to do just colored pencil was insane. So thank you also for sending this to me. I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, Bloody Tears Tarot, link in the description if you want to pick up this. Comes in a nice hardbound box. And it comes with a little book and the tarot cards. Obviously, here is the back of these. Now, they are pretty well laminated. You can kind of see the reflections off there. So the lamination is legitimate with this. Wow, look at that. That's cool. So obviously, they are nice and thin, but they're well laminated, so that gives me sort of confidence for just sort of holding up over time. So very, very pretty art. Wow. Like, I can't imagine, just mad respect to anybody who does pen art or pencil, colored pencil, everything, because, yeah, tried colored pencil and the amount of pain in the hand was insane. So there we go. We got a couple of different languages here. Pretty lightweight book there. You get a couple of keywords and whatnot for each individual card. So the book is pretty widely spaced on the text, but it has your basic meanings. So if you're just looking for basic meanings, there we go. There's the bottom of the box. Now let's take a look at the tarot. As with all tarots, you get 2 extra cards when you create a 78 card deck because, you know, printers. So yeah, let's look at these. Not sure how these are organized, but we're going to go through them as we have. So that's going to be a 6 of Pentacles there. Magician. Is it an extra 6 of Pentacles, or is the 6 of Pentacles missing? I'm kind of curious. All right, we have Wands, we have Cups, and we have, I guess that's Swords. And so we have a 9 of Swords, Temperance card, Death, etc., etc. These are all over the place, but again, I'm going to do this the way that it was in the box. So there you go. All right, let's do the 6 of Pentacles first. Wow, the level of detail is nuts. I can imagine how many hours that takes. That's got to take forever. That's just mad respect. That has to take literally decades to do. All right, then we have the Magician and the Fool. Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty. I love just the shading and everything and how this is all done. Very, very cool. We got a 3 of Cups with the group organization. It's kind of interesting as well. By the way, I will have a 4K flip through of these, and I will put them in proper order for the 4K flip through. But as with tradition, what I always do, I open the box and I show you what is there from what I got. So there we go. So if you want it in order and you want it a little more detail with that, then, you know, you're going to have to come back for the 4K flip through. I'll post that in a couple of days. All right, here we have a 3 of Swords, I guess. A little bit of a heartbreak. You got kind of the flowers in the background. That's kind of interesting. And then we have a 7 of Pentacles, I believe, here, with sort of planting things in the background and whatnot. Very, very cool. And then we have a, let's see, the 7 of Swords, I believe, here, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. That looks really, really good. Very, very cool. Very interesting indeed. And then the Wheel of Fortune, also pretty slick. I like the Wheel of Fortune here because it has a lot of sort of characters in it. So you have more detail and more kind of characters that are involved there, which looks pretty cool. And then we also have the High Priestess over here. So you got that level of detail in there. I kind of like that. And then we have a, looks like a 6 of swords with the travel, with sort of the movement around and whatnot. And then we have the World card. World card is pretty interesting here. It is. It has a lot of sort of a detail. And again, we have sort of the return of the swords and the characters and stuff like that. And then we have an 8 of Pentacles as well. Again, ton of detail here. Love the shading. I love how everything is kind of organized. And then we have the Justice card as well. Justice card is sort of interesting there. You sort of have the traditional sword going perfectly vertical there, as well as you have some other interesting aspects to that too, which is kind of cool. And then we have, so we don't have the pillars, I guess, sort of missing out of that. Then we have the 9 of Swords with the nightmares and the dreams. A little bit too vertical for a 9 of Swords, in my opinion, but hey, there you go. There's the artist interpretation of that. We also have the Hanged Man, the reversed sort of a character that goes along with that. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles with the eternal family and all this other stuff that goes with that as well. We have the Page of Wands, which is kind of cool. I kind of like the Page of Wands here. It's sort of like a reveal of the innards of the person, which is sort of looking back to a castle kind of look. And then we have a Death card as well with the Scythe. We have it sort of an actual death here, but you sort of have somebody coming to take maybe this individual that may be between worlds or what have you. Sort of the Grim Reaper coming in there. We have the Temperance card, which is kind of cool. The Temperance card is kind of interesting there. It has a lot of sort of this one character doing things, but we have other characters holding a sword. And you kind of see that from representation through here of Temperance card, pouring, then we have the vertical option of the swords. We have swords in a bunch of different cards. Well, over here we have the 8 of Swords with the restrictions that are imbibed with that. And then the Emperor over here, it looks like a little bit of a dramatic Dracula scene almost. So the cards are thin, but again, they are laminated. They are sticking together a little bit because they're new. So we have the Star, which is beautiful. I love sort of the inner star and the inner glow that comes with that. I kind of like that. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, sort of the representation of all of the flowering and the harvesting of the pentacles that we started in the 7. I'm not sure what the creature is, but that's kind of an interesting look. And we have a Knight of Wands as well. Has an interesting look to that. I think that's kind of cute. We have the Empress over here with the sort of the, I guess, disrobing here, a little bit of a goth. Obviously, it's a gothic deck, so you have kind of a mirror of somebody watching her implied in the mirror kind of thing, which is cool, I guess. And then we have the Tower. So the Tower is a pretty card. You don't have anybody falling out of it. You do have kind of just a tower with people going towards it. So it could be a center of focus or something like that. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles as well, which is interesting. A little bit of the 4 of Pentacles hanging on to what we have. And again, we have the recurring theme of the castle. We have a Page of Swords, sort of a youth that is looking kind of up there. And then we have the 4 of Swords with the resting, I guess, sort of a new interpretation on the resting. I guess just sort of taking her. I don't know what's going on there. We have the Page of Cups, very pretty skin tones made by just a ballpoint pen, which is rather surprising again. A lot of work in the shading and the cross-hatching with the pen. I can imagine how long it takes to make this. It's got to be insane. All right, so then we have sort of a little bit of this 8, I guess, of Pentacles with the work. Normally you see kind of the pentacle in the building with the 3 of Pentacles, but we kind of moved it into the 8 as well. And then we have the 10 of Swords with the cutting action. I guess holding, I don't know, tomato. I don't know what that is. Apple, tomato, something. But that's interesting. So I have just swords everywhere. So the Queen of Pentacles, but the swords aren't really penetrating anything. They're just present. Normally in the 10, you have a pretty prominent stop gap motion with that. Queen of Pentacles, kind of cute, again with a castle theme with that. Then we have a Ten of Cups with the happy home, happy family. No children, no house. I guess you have sort of the inside of the castle. Very Dracula, very Gothic theme with that. Then the Eight of Cups, the abandonment that goes with that. I guess this person's sort of leaving. Maybe the person's leaving this person or something. It's kind of an interesting look at it. King of Cups, very pretty picture. Again, the artwork for just ballpoint pen is insane. Not something I would ever try because that is just bananas. And we have an Ace of Swords as well. Again, great skin tones, good hand detailing, especially with sort of the shading underneath the cloth, the clothing folds and what have you, the implied face within the sword. I like that. The King of Wands, kind of just an independent person here. And then a Five of Cups with a level of disappointment from that, again with a castle in the background. Very pretty. I love the candles and the lighting effects in there, and how the back of the head or the hair is sort of lit up more than the front. So again, very good work done with that. Judgment with the E. Everybody likes it with the E. A little bit of a reincarnation implied here. Maybe with the souls coming out of the walls and what have you. Maybe in the background. Maybe this person's calling them with the red, kind of the blood implied as well. Then you have the King of Swords, which is also very cool. Ace of Wands is sort of sort of the Ace of Wands. That looks like a sword. I don't know. A spear. Anyway, but yeah, there we go. Knight of Swords over there, sort of an implied combat, which is interesting. Normally you don't see them in combat. You see them in fast motion, what have you. Look like somebody's getting whacked, beaten up maybe back in there, and this person's coming to defend them. I don't know what the thing's going on there. We got an Ace of Cups, and then we got a Two of Cups with the people not exactly facing each other, which normally doesn't happen. Normally you have sort of a direct facing to each other and what have you. And then we got a Four over here of Swords. The Four of Swords, the sort of the resting, the relaxation, but it does not look like a resting relaxation. Then we have a Two of Swords with the two combined worlds that are separated. I love sort of the Gothic ring, maybe a skull ring on there, and the continued use of flowers and roses and what have you. We have a Four of Cups as well, sort of the denied and rejected fourth cup, which is not really represented here, but again, a lot of flowers. The Devil, super cute. Interesting. We have a lot of sort of implied people back there, and again with the castle. Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, with the florals, with the lighting effects and the candles. I love sort of the swirling capes. It gives me kind of a mysterious feel and look with that. Kind of cool. All right, so the Spears are wands. I have been screwing this up. Apologies. We have a Ten of Wands over here, with the level of encumbrance, I guess it comes with that. We got a Three of Wands looking out across things. And then we have a Five of Swords with the Lord of Defeat, with like the final boss being oversized, a little bit of World of Warcraft positioning there. And then we have a Seven of Swords with the escapism. Interesting. It kind of looks like a Ten of Swords, but you have that person looking over us. We have a Six of Swords with the movement, the boat that normally is there, but it's more of a posturing look. Queen of Cups with the very pretty kind of, person with the water aspect. But they are within the castle, it looks like, maybe with a window looking out, possibly. Page of Pentacles over here, again with the castle and an examining of the pentacle. And we have the Queen of Swords, Cruella de Vil, which looks pretty much like Cruella de Vil, actually. It's interesting, kind of the robe and the interesting character that's within that. We have the Two of Pentacles with the tough choices that need to be made in some things. We have the Moon, where we have, again, with the castle, maybe faces, implied faces there. And then the Moon, and normally in the Moon you have the two pillars and I guess sort of the two edges of the castle. Normally you also have a beast, and here's the beast kind of overlooking this person, I guess, maybe in a surrender posture. I'm not sure what's going on. We have the Hierophant with the worshipers being beasts, possibly, or animals. It'd be kind of interesting. Then we have a 5, I guess, of wands over here with the combat. That almost looked like a 7 of wands, kind of defending ourselves a little bit, but yeah. Then we have a King of Pentacles with the retired banker, sort of this comfort looking out, again with the castle, the moon, a lot of recurring themes in here. And then we have the 9 of Swords with the nightmares. I guess this person is asleep possibly and holding a sword. Not sure what's going on there. We have the Strength card with the beast, the flower, and sort of the almost like a kimono robe or something. All right, pretty traditional 5 of Pentacles here with the looking across and the poor, snowy sort of a section. And then you have the church window. Then we have a 3 of Pentacles working with other people, but I don't see other people. I just see candles, which is interesting. And then we have the Lovers, which is always a great card. And they did put a lot of work into that. I really love how they just sort of embrace, sort of a little bit of a snuggle going on there, kind of cute, very pretty. Then we have the 7 of Cups with the different choices, and you have kind of the older person, the wiser person, maybe making some better choices, some good choices along here. The 9 of Cups, the satisfaction from that. Then we have the Sun. We have the Sun in the background. I expected a lot more light, but whatever. It's interesting, so you have somebody sort of implied knowledge here, almost like the High Priestess. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, a traditional horse, pentacle, like a farmland in the background, and sort of somebody who's proud of accomplishments, proud of the land that has been going on. Then we have the Queen of Wands with the multitasking, the traditional black cat. We have somebody over here, again, a lot of faces and figures throughout the deck, which kind of make it interesting, but overall very pretty. We have the Chariot over there with the 2 beasts that are pulling the chariot. I guess the rope is implied as a level of control. The castle's back. We have a little bit of a beast outline here as well, which is kind of interesting. Hermit, pretty traditional here. We got the owl, got the light sources. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles with the giving, I guess. Not sure how that works, but it looks sort of like that church window again. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning. It's sort of interesting. Somebody giving, somebody receiving the ace. It's almost like handing off something. And then finally, we have the 2, I guess, of Wands. So overall, very pretty deck. Really, 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 really pretty. The book could be more exhaustive, obviously, but it does cover multiple languages. So you do have, really basic information in the book. And again, anything with ballpoint pen, colored pencil, just absolute massive amount of effort that went into every card. So, just massive respect for this. Like the amount of work that went in this had to be incredible. Anyway, but yeah, this is how I received it. I will do a 4K flip through if you want to see it in proper order. Go and see that. Other than that, this is a very pretty deck, very cool looking. Link in the description if you want to pick this up. Recommend it if you like that Gothic theme, if you like kind of, kind of the pen art genre, which is a very difficult genre to do, and like they say on the box, very rare to get. Very cute deck, beautiful Gothic, and would be great for some Halloween, some Gothic readings, some fun reads as well. But anyway, that is the Bloody Tears Tarot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe.